I think most good scholars get into their work because they're intrigued by a question. My question has been and continues to be, why is it that Black children are struggling to get a good education? The underlying question seemed to be, what's wrong with Black kids? I asked, what's right with them? And what happens in a classroom where the students, the teacher, and their families get it right? That's One City. I'm Gloria Ladson-Billings, Professor Emerita from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Coming to Madison, I had this sense that if we could get public education right, it would be in a place like Madison. A place that's fairly well-resourced. You didn't have ceiling tiles falling down on kids. People think that everybody ought to have a real chance. This is a wonderful place to begin to show that public education could work. It became very apparent to me that, yeah, it worked, but only for some kids. I found there was no sense of expectation that Black children could achieve. I think teachers walk into suburban classrooms with an understanding that I'm training the next generation of doctors and nurses and lawyers and software engineers. Whereas they walk in the classroom and see Black children and think, well, if I can just get this person through high school, maybe they can be a janitor. Maybe they could be a clerk somewhere. I don't want to suggest that people are sinister or that they are malicious in their attitude towards Black children. I think that they lack experience and they have very low expectations for what Black children can do. I have been so blessed and so fortunate to have had a fifth grade teacher. Her name was Ethel Ben. She said to me, "What makes you think you can't be the best fifth grader in this class?" And I kind of shrugged my shoulders. I said, "I don't know." She said, "What makes you think you can't be the best fifth grader in this school?" She said, "What makes you think you can't be the best fifth grader in this city? Or the best fifth grader in the state?" And she just kept going out and out until all of a sudden, I'm like the best fifth grader in the world. That level of investment in me took me all the way through graduate school. And that's the thing that I think many of our children do not experience. They do not experience hearing, you can be the best, or there's nothing standing in the way from you being the best. So that's one of the first things that I notice about One City. They work at valuing each kid. You walk into One City, there's joy. There are kids who are laughing, they are happy. Students are allowed to be fully present, letting youngsters know, we want you to be here. We want your contribution. We want you to be a part of us, that we're incomplete without you. Just the environment says you're special, you're important. And I think that's part of what One City is doing with the Roland campus, to say, look, we're having this big, magnificent building because of you. The other thing I think I noticed is the development of what I would call a humanely equitable relationship between adults and children. I see One City as a school that is not just trying to manage bodies. They don't see this desire to stomp out kids' expressiveness. There is that interplay between human beings. We are trying to create thinking, learning citizens, and that involves engagement. And I think the vision of One City is to say, let us show you what could actually happen with the right resources. One City is a place where there will be no expectation that based on the way you look or what neighborhood you're from, that your youngster can't achieve. And I think that just tells us something about, there's something special about this place.